back again, another emoji live stream testing broadcast podcast or whatever that is. So basically, I'm in the intentional scheduled free time, which basically I already failed to basically make a consistent every single day, started from the first day of the 2025 to be at least a single video uploaded, because for some reason at Sunday night I basically feel too lazy to continue process and upload, which eventually still pretty much lazy in the next day and also in the next day, until I don't know when will I finally have some motivation to continue the processing and upload again. So technically in the Monday there's still a content published, which is the live stream obviously, but yesterday I didn't have any content that was actually published, so it's already failed to be consistent for the 2025, even though it's basically not really significant in terms of the impact. I guess it's just for OCD purposes, perhaps, I don't know, but at least there's always a chance that in the future I basically able to upload many videos, maybe in the short amount of time, if it was really neat in order to be noticed in the public. Even though it's definitely pretty hard, because I basically try to create another channel that's basically completely new, which is in the short video platform as well. But yesterday in the dedicated place that I want to focus on personal productivity things, I'm still not try to record anything with the short video platform, so it's just pretty rare for me to do so. Maybe because I just don't want to waste a lot of storage in my iPhone that's already getting older, and basically the storage is already full, so the operating system is no longer able to be updated automatically, I guess. So I basically wanted to upgrade it, but I don't know, it's just not worthy, especially when it's still pretty much the same if I try to upgrade. So maybe later at the end of this year, if the design is just completely different, it may be worthy, but I don't know how much money that I basically wanted to waste for these kind of things, because it's definitely will never act as an investment, because I really want to invest risky investment, but I basically wanted to make a very safety investment first, which is basically the primary needs of a human that I am still not have, even though for some reason it's actually able to be fulfilled if I basically try to choose a very far or very cheap location, perhaps. But it's definitely gonna be not able to be utilized, obviously, because I basically try to make the location even closer than the current specific or dedicated place that I basically want to exchange, which already pretty hard to be sell as well. So I don't know whether I basically wanted to do another strategy to, I don't know, some sort of finding some loophole, even though there is definitely no loophole, because there always be something that you still need to kind of sacrifice, perhaps from your own income, instead of making completely 100% from the things from the place itself, unless you're basically able to have a success business in those places, which, yeah, it's definitely able to kind of like leveraging the assets in order to achieve another profitable assets that's definitely more expensive. So yeah, that's the reason why if I basically try to do a mortgage into a more expensive asset, it's definitely will make me need to pay quite a lot of percentage from my monthly income, especially when I just don't know when will I finally have some increase in my career, or even there is some possibility to decrease instead, which is definitely unpredicted. So I basically try to live as simple as I can, so everything need to be spent wisely without any debt, which definitely, unless it was for businesses that basically no need to worry about losing it, even though, yeah, it's definitely not as easy as like completely sell your asset to the bank, which definitely not possible, because at some point we definitely still need to pay the interest, and it will not really decrease the our debt value if we already try to spend maybe several years. Perhaps that should already been finished or completed if there is no interest or margin or whatever that is, because yeah, it's definitely unworthy, especially when it's always be unworthy if you basically borrow some money to your consume, including to assets that's basically already have no more profit from that we can have from the developer, because yeah, the the price is already pretty high, so it's pretty hard to be increased again in the future. So that's the reason why at some point you basically already too late to invest, unless you basically able to find other peoples that really need money, that willing to decrease their value a little bit, which we able to sell it again later in the future. But yeah, it's definitely pretty rare, because we have to compete with the bigger developer that have more money than us, which definitely they always try to execute as fast as possible when they basically found about the things that basically able to be profitable, much profitable. So it's actually always be a possibility for something to be, at least to be sell again. But yeah, developer just wanted to have profitable as much as possible, because they definitely need to keep the cash flow, perhaps, or maybe because they have already had many previous experience, which definitely already prove that the price that they was trying to provide is actually already cheap enough, perhaps, I don't know. So yeah, but when I basically tried to follow what they were doing in another place, obviously, which definitely much cheaper, it's just not as easy as that. Maybe because they already have a very good marketing into their business, so they basically already have some some sort of source of income from a few people that just keep investing in their assets. I don't know, but yeah, it's just pretty uncertainty. Even though, yeah, having a business near your place instead of far away is definitely much more convenient. So that's the reason why most of the business that was done very far from what you basically live is usually not really well. It's easy to get bankrupt, especially when you're not serious into those business, because yeah, if you basically try to do business near the place that you live, you basically able to control it as frequent as possible, which definitely able to, I don't know, come up with different strategy if there is some force major perhaps that was not expected in the beginning. But yeah, if you basically try to do it very far, that you basically need a lot of efforts and also resources in going into those places. You basically will experience laziness and also, I don't know, desperate perhaps something when the result is not goes the way that you are trying to expect in the beginning. So yeah, no matter how much people that already involved in some in the business that basically located quite far away, it's definitely have a very little of probability to get lucky rather than the one that basically closer to us. Even though, yeah, if you talk about operational costs or even the ability to afford the assets, it's definitely much expensive in the place that, yeah, basically, or probably the most expensive one, perhaps, that just cannot be compared with any other places that located far away. So, yeah, at the end of the day, you basically need to, I don't know, calculate every risk much much as I as much as possible. I don't know what else that I basically want to talk about, because for some reason I think the last time that I basically tried to create a live stream to is a day before yesterday, so I don't really have so much experience from the last live stream, so I think I will try to stop in a similar time, perhaps. So it's already 13 minutes, because I basically wanted to continue for the pre-recorded emoji as well, which I already use another camera that's currently still glued into the windshield. Hopefully it was gonna be safe when it is currently repaired in the auto shop, in the workshop, for more than a week, which is pretty hard for me to, I don't know, it's just feel pretty weird. It's just like currently selling the vehicles and waiting for the new one, but yeah, it's still pretty much the same vehicles that basically not really different, but at least I basically not really need to pay a lot of money to do so. So it's definitely not worry unless you basically have so much vehicles that you want to keep as perfect as possible in terms of the condition. because yeah, insurance claim is just for people that basically, I don't know, maybe had a lot of vehicles, perhaps because there is no exchange during the process, and you basically need to be patient. Unlike you, when you basically try to fix the vehicles unofficially, which basically able to be done much faster, less than a week. So yeah, thank you, that's all.